Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, rulers, shills, desolators, peasants, vassals, demographics, consumers, debt slaves. Oh, I said that. Oh, I'm a useful idiot. I would like to talk about Benjamin Netanyahu again. And, of course, I posted a video on Benjamin Netanyahu a week ago, and uncharacteristically, I didn't allow comments on that because I know I said a lot of things that weren't very nice about Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu and our relationship with Israel. And I know that's a can of worms and a hornet's nest to step into, so I just didn't want to hear it. But now I want to talk about Benjamin Netanyahu again. I want to point out some important facts. And this has a lot to do with where we are right now. And those of you who support the war on Iran, and those of you who support Benjamin Netanyahu's attitude towards Iran, please reconsider when you hear this information. And that is the fact that Benjamin Netanyahu has been warning about Iran getting nuclear weapons for 20 years. As I mentioned in my last video, he has a seething bloodlust against Iran. It doesn't have anything to do with Ahmadinejad. It doesn't have anything to do with threats against Israel. It doesn't have anything to do with Iran's policies towards Israel right now. It has to do with a personal vendetta that Benjamin Netanyahu has for Iran, because he has had retribution and calamity to come upon Iran on his list for 20 years. Because in 1992, as a member of the Israeli parliament, Benjamin Netanyahu predicted that Iran was, quote, 3 to 5 years from having a nuclear weapon. 3 to 5 years. And now, ever since then, he's been warning about the fact that Iran would get nuclear weapons within a matter of months or years. And he's been saying that for 20 years. Why do we listen to this man? How can we believe him? How can we believe the puppets that all line up to get behind Benjamin Netanyahu's personal vendetta against Iran? 3 to 5 years. So let's do the math. So in 1992, Benjamin Netanyahu said that they would have a nuclear bomb within 3 to 5 years. Well, it didn't happen in 1995, and it didn't happen in 1997. And in 1992, Israeli Foreign Minister Shimon Peres also predicted an Iranian nuclear weapon warhead by 1999. Well, that didn't happen either. Then in 1995, the New York Times quoted Israeli officials saying Iran would have the bomb by the year 2000. Well, that was 12 years ago too. Didn't happen. In 1998, Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld of the United States told Congress that Iran would have an intercontinental ballistic missile that could hit the U.S. by the year 2003. Let's do the math again. That was 9 years ago, and it didn't happen. So, how can we put any credence into these warmongers? Benjamin Netanyahu has been warning about nuclear weapons in Iran for 20 years, and it hasn't happened. But it gets better than that. It gets better than that, because there's now information that's been revealed by the FBI. They did an investigation between 1985 to 2002, and they were investigating front companies in the U.S. connected to the Israeli Ministry of Defense who are illegally smuggling nuclear triggers out of the United States. What a surprise. Benjamin Netanyahu, now Prime Minister of Israel, worked with those smugglers, worked with one of those front companies called Heli Trading Company back in the 70s and 80s. And he was involved in smuggling nuclear triggers out of the United States. In fact, up to 800 nuclear triggers that are undoubtedly now involved with a stockpile of Israeli nuclear weapons. So this is the truth about Benjamin Netanyahu, and this is the ultimate hypocrisy, as I pointed out in my other video. Benjamin Netanyahu is the most dangerous man on this planet. So, and this investigation is well documented. I will put the links on here, and I want to thank Montana Mountain Man for sending me this information. A great YouTuber that I recommend. I will put a link to his channel below. And there you have it. Netanyahu, not the guy you think he is. Iran, not the war you want. I'm a useful idiot. Don't you be one. Don't let the United States be a useful idiot for Benjamin Netanyahu.